What is your take on the theme for 2022, Break the Bias?
Well, I think obviously any sort of international women campaigns is about standing together, solidarity, and breaking those bias by kind of giving our opinions and hopefully getting our point across in the most productive way.
How did you start out in your career?
I kind of went into retail as a stopgap, I think like most people do, certainly hospitality or retail, but I actually got an absolute bug for it, and I was taken on board and taken under by another female colleague who said, actually, I can show you what you can achieve, and it's not just about putting stock on shelves. So she showed me that, and I've then had a lot of influential people in my life who've kind of taken me on that journey. In the business that I've worked for some 15 years now have progressed me from a very small role to a more senior role. So I think, that commitment I've shown to that role and that business, I think it's a great opportunity and a great business to be in, really.
Do you think enough is being done by your industry to break the bias?
Yeah, I do actually. I think certainly for retail over the last, I'd say 5 years, there's been a huge change and a huge step change into women in senior positions. And that can be seen quite a lot, across things like John Lewis and all the big partnerships. And obviously myself, within my role, we're part of the director team. So there's a couple of women within that team. So that's changed massively. And that's just down to our hard work and commitment, to driving that forward.
Has it been challenging to progress as a woman in your industry?
I'd say not over the last few years, no, and I've been in retail many years. I'm not going to say how long, but many years, and I've been with the same company for that time, and there's always been a very clear strategy to progress because of your ability, not because of your gender or anything like that. So it's always been very positive, but I think certainly in the wider market it's changed massively over the last few years.
Which women have positively impacted your career?
There's been a lot. I think, if I look back, I don't think I could give it to just one person. I think for me it would be certainly my first manager was very, very clear on her expectations. A force to be reckoned with, I think, was probably the best way of describing it. But she instilled a lot of passion into me, certainly for retail and also for people, which is obviously a big part of our kind of working day, is our people, our customers, our staff. So it's always important, to kind of drive that forward. And she definitely instilled that passion in me, for sure.
What advice would you give your younger self?
I've got a 9-year-old daughter, and I find myself saying it, and I never thought I would, but things like just, striving to do the very best, and also going back and looking at how you dealt with situations. So, for me, I always say to her, don't just accept what you've done, just go back and see how you did it and who you influenced along the way. So, yeah, I think I would definitely continue to give that advice.
What motivates you each day?
Again, every morning my daughter, for sure, she motivates me to get up and kind of, her fun-loving kind of attitude to life as well. But then I love nothing more than chatting to people, dealing with people. So for me, getting up in the morning and know I've got many appointments, speaking to many different people across the sectors is always a good kind of strive to get through the day, really.
Dead or alive, who would you spend a day with?
This one, I gave this a lot of thought, for me it was, and it's quite a controversial one because it's obviously her platinum jubilee, it's the Queen actually, and I think, for me, she's shown great tenacity, she's been in her position for 70 plus years, dedication, and I also think she could have a fair few stories to tell about all the Prime Ministers that have come before her, so I think she would be a very interesting person to spend some time with, for sure.
What did you want to be when you were younger?
I actually wanted to be a police detective, believe it or not, kind of to investigate and all that kind of analysis. And actually, even though I didn't go down that career because I got the absolute retail bug, I think I still actually use that kind of methodology. I'm very analytical and I like to review things. So I think that kind of is still there. The small detective is still in me, basically.
What tips would you give to others who would like to break the bias?
I would say you need to be committed to your opinion. Don't give up on what your true beliefs are, and also put your beliefs across in a way that takes people with you on a journey rather than it being just, this is my opinion. And the third one, I think just stay positive. I think be a positive influence, and I think people will go on that journey with you.
What advice do you have for women starting their career in retail?
It's hard work. It's hard work. Don't give up. Persevere and listen to your people. I think it's a big key one for me, because they can absolutely take you on the road that you need to go on, and you can't get there without them.
Will you help break the bias?